I might die tonight, but if I do, I'ma be okay. And if I die tonight, at least I stood by the stuff I said. I got two graves dug, one for me and one for the motherfucker standing in my way. And if I die tonight, at least I can say I never ran away. Yeah, 6 foot deep in the cut, shoveling the tarp rolled up in the truck. Couple low bikers and they know what's up. Spin my iTunes, check on getting people roughed up in the chopper, listen, Mike getting up in the
Roy.
bones in the shit of a couple wild boys. Teeth buried in the butt of a little white church. I be somewhere, dog, GPS don't work. When the cops all do things a little bit dirty, but they stay on my team. I got that baby face money. Y'all can buy all their jewelry, I'll invest in my community. Put a bunker in the ground, fill it up with penny shiny. I got plans for days, with bulls with teeth, so raise a shark. We think my female slip with a great white shark. And I ain't tryna brag, but my 18 too big. Some crazy motherfuckers on that 1900 shit. It's
I have
time
those
to change.
people.
Yeah, I came with some buddies who don't mind getting muddy and bloody and standing for something to put some sense into this corrupt country. Go ahead, big
Dog, come over here and say something.
I might die tonight, but if I do, I'ma be okay.
So you're still gonna play that shit that you and your little wheelchair babe, which she's not really a babe, but y'all are still playing that shit that y'all gonna come down here? Bruh, I own more than this. A lot more. I can change camo every day of the week, hide off somewhere so you won't be able to find me. Until it's too late. You're gonna sit here and YouTube's starting to restrict what I say. Some will say it in a video. You've never been in a street fight, it seems, especially with a backwoods boy. Nothing is fair. Also, it doesn't make me a bitch to use a weapon. It makes me cautious because I don't know if your fat ass has AIDS or HIV or hepatitis C. Hepatitis C, which is not curable, same with AIDS and HIV. And what kind of fucking man? I mean, seriously, well, you're not really a man, are you? Considering you put your girlfriends in harm's way. What kind of man does that? You think I'd have Brittany down here? No. If you can't come by... Okay, so I'm a pussy. I'm a pussy if I use weapons. But you're not a pussy if you have to bring somebody else with you? 2-on-1? Doesn't seem very fair. That's another reason why I would use a weapon. You know that? Because if she comes after me, I'm defending myself. And then where would y'all be? An idiot from New York and an idiot from Texas tried to take on a fucking coon ass. We are just as crazy as Florida people down here. Hell, we wrestle gators for fun.
But I pick up snakes for fun.
And you saying she's your girl? Well, if she's your girl and she's your world, you wouldn't be dragging her into this bullshit. I mean, you literally could have made a separate channel that I didn't know about and made a video with her on that. But no, I think you wanted us to come after your girlfriend. And you know what's sad? Nobody's going to take you seriously saying y'all are going to come down here because we already know she was telling you what to say in those 2 videos because you can't think for yourself. You're like, nah, I don't know why this thing I know why this thing keeps falling down. It's fucking hot back here. But I'm going to tell you something. You are like Joe Biden. Can't think for yourself and always has to be told what to say. Damn, son. I'm glad y'all don't tell me what I have to say. Yeah, sometimes I forget my train of thought, but it usually comes back to me, I say, within 5 seconds. But you, Roy, can't even think for yourself. Don't know what the hell you're going to do when you go back to Texas and she's not there to tell you what to say. It's funny, is he never said... I think he's threatened me like one time before, but it's just empty threats at this point. Because I'm gonna tell you something right now. Even if you did manage to get down my street, there's a whole bunch of people down that way who are crazy schizophrenic who own weapons. and they don't take kindly to outsiders. So you have to get past all the people in front of my house to get to my house.
Oh yeah.
And you're lucky if the hunter over here, an elderly man who hunts, who also has guns, doesn't come out and kicks your ass or shoot you. See, I told you, I said, well, if I'm ever down there, I might come to your house and beat the shit out of you. You said, well, I'll just hide in my house all the time. That's not being a pussy?
That's a pussy move.
Dude, if I had the time and energy to do it, and you truly were going to come down here, I'd wait outside all day and night for you. I'd fucking pitch a tent out there.
I'll be right along with you.
I got lights.
I'll be right along with you because his ass pulled me in this motherfucking bullshit.
You probably wouldn't even know, like, even if you got New Orleans, you probably wouldn't even know what route to take to actually get here unless you GPS'd it.
Or I could follow your thing.
No, I'm talking about him.
Mm.
But I think he's too stupid to use GPS.
It probably is.
We don't need GPS.
Yeah, it depends on where I go. I do. Like, if we're going way out of town, like towards north, we do need GPS. If there's an area we've never been to.
Well, yeah, but like when going in the woods and stuff, I know how to find my way.
Yeah, but I'm going to say this right now. You come down here, and I do kill you. Where is poor little old Elaine Stimbers going to be without her little baby boy Roy? And you sit here telling me I can't fight with my fist. That's where you're wrong, bucko. I've learned hand-to-hand combat, martial arts, boxing, knife combat, sword combat. I don't need a fucking gun. I don't need knives. I don't need swords. I could kill you with my bare hands if I really wanted to. I've taken guys down 3 times. I took down a 500-pound fat man. So fuck with me. And all I had to do was just get him in between his shoulder and his neck. Pressure points are fun. Especially when they hurt and bring you down to your knees and make you cry like a little bitch you are. They're real fun to play with. Even if you're just horsing around, still fun to play with. But like I said, you ain't never been in a true street fight, because if you have, you know, it's not fair. Nobody fights fair. They fight with weapons. Hell, Mother actually has one of the weapons that street fights fighters usually fight with. Brass knuckles. They also use knives, baseball bats, crowbars, sledgehammers. The list goes on. Also, we're going to go and get into the rules of street fighting. Rule number 1, there's no fair street fight. Rule number 2, anything and everything goes.
I
can clearly tell you've never been out of your house much. I've been choked out before. Have you?
That's true.
I've been punched in the gut, kicked. I had to learn how to fight. But given the 2 videos where you look like you were breathing heavily, I doubt you could kick my ass. You'd probably get one swing out there and be like, or pass the fuck out.
I'm not afraid to say I've had my ass kicked.
True fighters will admit when they've had their ass kicked, and I've had my ass kicked before.
I've had my ass kicked a couple times.
You may be a little bit taller than me, but I am much faster than you, and I can promise you that. Does anybody know what Aikido is?
Yep.
It's where a smaller person uses the bigger person's body weight against them.
You've heard Hapkido?
No, I haven't.
It's mainly under Taekwondo.
Yeah, I was more Muay Thai.
Basically, it's using their body weight as momentum.
Yeah, Aikido is the same way.
But
It's pretty much the same thing, just like different forms of martial art calls it something different. BJJ does the same thing, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, BJJ also doesn't just involve kicking, they also involve striking and grapples. I'm gonna tell you right now, Roy, I know more about fighting and the arts than what you do. The closest you probably ever got to a fight is fucking UFC 3. Nah, about the closest fight you ever got to was trying to find your dick. You were fighting that big ass belly. I mean, hey, at least I could see my dick.
Me too.
Yeah, he probably couldn't even see his damn toes.
Probably can't.
Fucking Georgia jungle looking feet.
Hell, I could beat him in UFC 3. But besides the point.
I know somebody that can beat him in UFC 3. Or any UFC game for that matter, my fucking cousin. My cousin used to play the shit out of that.
Should I fight with my legs?
I used to be really fucking good at that. I was really good at UFC 1. My cousin kicked my ass on that fucking game.
Hey, I'm still 50-0 on my career.
But, enough talk about video games. This is real life. I'm making real life threats. But, like I always said, I don't know if I said this in the last video. Alex Red, since you want to talk so much shit behind the camera, why don't you get on camera, you fat slob? You snaggletooth fuck. You want to sit here and whisper and what to say? Why don't you say it your damn self? Oh, that's right, you're too scared. Did we hurt your little feelings in the first video? Sorry, only a bitch reacts that way. Oh, we're coming for him. No, you're not. I ain't coming for shit. Might be coming for donuts, but that's about it. I can point y'all to the, like, if y'all come down here, I can point y'all to the nearest Dunkin' Donuts. It's actually not too far from my house. Well, it is far from my house. It's in another town, but not too far from where I live. About 20, 30 minutes. There's also a Baskin Robbins in that area. Now, about the only thing y'all gonna fight is fucking Twinkies and Ding Dongs. Or actually, the packages for the Twinkies and Ding Dongs.
Yeah, because y'all done ate the contents of the fucking box.
Right. Listen here, buddy. Listen. Well, not your buddy, but listen. Nobody's gonna take a 5'6", 350-pound fat man seriously, especially when the entire video of you saying I went too far, you were getting all your responses from your girlfriend or she-man. Wheelie Dyke. It would surprise me if she wasn't actually a lesbian, just using him as a cover-up. Or using him for his disability and shit.
That could be a thing. That could be the factor.
That's sad, man. I don't have to use anybody for money. My wife wanted to buy me a $700 guitar. I said no. My boyfriend wanted to buy me a $1,500 guitar. I said no. He also wanted to buy me the iPhone 11. Also said no. Now I have the iPhone 11 because I got it on my own. But you, Roy, you either mooch off somebody else or somebody mooches off you. Do we not forget the girl that used you for your disability? She wanted you to buy her shit? We just gonna ignore that? Yeah, you date real winners, bud. Seems all you date is fucking ugly-ass gold diggers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how can anybody take y'all seriously when y'all can't even wipe y'all own asses?
Exactly.
Because we already know your arms are so fat that you can't eat. Like, I could wipe my own ass, but my arms are fucking skinny. Well, they got muscle to them, but they're also skinny as shit, right? But your arms, they're short and fat. Well, at least you're a match made in heaven. Y'all can, well, not take care of each other. Just sit there like fat slobs and, well, die in your own filth.
Yeah, go be couch potatoes.
Well, she's already got the partial vegetable point. Oh, yeah, I want to point out, just because she's in a wheelchair, she can still work.
Yes, you can.
There was this paralyzed lady at the alternative center who worked front desk, and she was in a mobility wheelchair. So that's not a fucking excuse. Hell, there was this Down syndrome guy who worked at McDonald's as a busboy. Or not a busboy, but a waiter. Delivered food and shit. Down syndrome. So what is y'all excuses? I mean, you claim to have a high school diploma, so you already have somewhat of a degree or some form of education. So why don't you go? You can still go to college. There's no age limit on college, I believe. But you won't do that because you like living off the government because you don't want to work. Meanwhile, people like me who have no education, because everything is based on either a high school diploma or some form of college education, not actually skill-based, would be harder for me to get a job. I know more about everything. I know a lot more of everything than you. A lot more. Oh, yeah. Tough is spelled T-O-U-G-H. Not T-H-O-U-G-H. T-H-O-U-G-H is thaw, or though. So that tells me right there, you failed English class. You know, I don't think I'm tough by threatening you with weapons, which, by the way, wasn't a threat.
That was a promise.
What you said is a threat. Which is why I'm not going to take you seriously. You're pathetic, dude. And then you go and use what I said, like, reiterate what I said back to me. Can't come up with your own shit.
Copycat.
But on that note, I will get fucked. By her, possibly by him, by my boyfriend, my wife, my 2 fiancés, and probably somebody else if I start dating them. People actually love me. And if you say some gay shit about me and Motor, okay. He's bi-curious, I'm bisexual.
It makes perfect
We had an
sense.
attraction for each other. That's really all you need to know. But I know you like fantasizing about me sucking a guy's dick so bad. So again, like I said, whenever I meet my boyfriend, I will suck his dick and I'll take a picture of it. Or a video if you like. Whatever you prefer. Because we know you want to see that shit very badly. I mean, if you want to see gay porn, it's free on Pornhub, X-Hamster,
Yeah.
X and XX,
Yeah.
Xvids. You can even find some gay porn on, or gay live streams on Chatterbait. It's all over the place.
RedTube, Tube, yeah.
Yeah, RedTube. I used to use RedTube, but it gave me way too many viruses.
I'm not gonna lie, I do use it. It don't give me viruses though.
I use whatever porn site comes up with the video I'm looking for, so.
Yeah.
Whether it be rape fantasy, anal rape, extreme deep throating, extreme anal pounding, anal cream pie, yeah. Yes, I watch porn. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I also watch gay porn. I also watch trans porn. Hate me for it. I'm open about myself. I'm at the point in my life where I'm fucking content with who I am. And yes, I would fuck a transgender person. transitioning or not, male or female. But I think that's enough about my personal life. So again, as I said, get fucked, cunt.